So we start today's safari with a lovely sighting of some young buffalo bulls just over here. Everyone else is with us again. Good morning. There's a saying that the African buffalo is looking at you as if you owe him money. And every time when they look at you like that, I think that's a very good description.
Oh, you mean that was long? Yeah.
No, you just want to wait there. Yeah. Yeah, Ray and I, we want to take you up that river here, Kufinama River. And I don't know whether you remember that, but when you get onto this reed bank, you have probably the best mountain views in the whole reserve. And we're just going to take some footage of that and then switch off for a bit and try to find some tracks of, I don't know, maybe the lions again. Let's see. Okay. Let's just have a quick canter. Come on. All right. Yeah, these mountains are really so beautiful, especially in this light this morning. Yeah, I think one of the horses just had a little pee break. Let's just move here. Don't know whether you could see that bird just coming out of that bush. That was a Burchell's kukal. It's also known as the rainbird because it's got this funny water running down the gullet noise when it calls just after the rain. It's a beautiful call, and everyone who's heard that call ever while being out in the bush will probably never forget it. It's a beautiful bird call. Uh-huh. That is fresh dung from a rhinoceros. What? A Dumba? What? It's a bird. Yes, it's just a bird. Yeah, sometimes when you ride through these tall reeds, needless to say, you can sometimes bump into stuff that doesn't really resemble a bird, but maybe a buffalo or a sleeping hippo or a leopard or a lion, and I don't know what this was now. I think Dumba had already something up his nose, and then this bird just triggered him. But let's go around. Nope. Ray, did you see what that was? Yeah. I only heard the movement, and by that noise, I think it was a bushbuck that was just hidden in the reeds and jumped out the last moment. But I really didn't see it. Let's just go down here. Fine, good boy, good boy. There. It was very fast, but it was too loud for a leopard. I think it was a bushbuck. There's nothing here, huh?
That was maybe a bushbuck. There is some bushbuck tracks.
Yeah, I see. Now that was a bushbuck.
Well,
Und hallo.
Nobody was.
No, but we think it was a bushbuck. They they quite often hide until the last moment, and then they jump out of your way.
Beautiful purple crested sirocco.
Well, they. Ray, shall we quickly ride a loop to that photographic waterhole hide and see whether that rhino went there? Hmm? Let's quickly do that. It's not far from here. It's about 1 kilometer.
Would be a good indication to see if those lions moved in this direction yesterday.
What was that?
It'll also be good to have a look for the lion tracks once we go to that waterhole.
Yeah, they might have gone past there, you're right. Haha. Okay. It's pretty track. Okay, see, this is a water hole with a little concrete bunker for guests to sit in with their cameras and the tripods, and then they can take just above the water surface footage of game coming here to drink water. And there is rhino track here, but it's not as fresh as I hoped. So is it two of those or three now? It's two. It's two of those, huh? Yeah.
Mona needs a comfort.
The what?
Mona needs a comfort stop.
Mona, what? What? Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
Can't go in. I don't know the angle of this concrete. Oh, would you two please behave yourself?
Excuse me? It hurts. Look.
Okay, while Mona is having her bush stop, I'm just going to quickly switch off and relax my arm for a moment. So we're back on the move. We're going further west. There is a second one of these artificial water holes with a camera hide. And we just want to double check there for tracks as well. Also, the line sighting from the other day was just another 2 kilometers north of here. And it might be that we see some line tracks there as well, because they might have come down to drink water last night. Surprisingly, in all these rides now, we haven't seen a single giraffe, I think. I mean, our area is home to a lot of giraffe. But for some reason, we haven't seen one yet. But I'm sure this will gonna come soon.
The Mayo line.
Hmm?
The Mayo line walk here.
Oh, yeah.
And the female.
So it looks like that our suspicion was right, and the lines they were walking here. If I find a better track, I'll show it to you. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Oh, there's the water hole, and there's some warthogs wanting to drink.
There's kudu barking in the river.
Yeah. Yeah, these lions were here last night drinking water. There you can see. Okay, let me quickly switch off and double check this for safety, and then I'll switch on again and we move on. Yeah, back on again. Obviously, I've got Ray with me to back me up, but still, you know, just because we're doing these nice films doesn't make lions less dangerous. So we cannot just walk around blindfolded and have to every now and then double check. And when I'm doing this, I can of course not really hold the camera in my hand. I walk down here.
Now they're talking about the tricks.
I heard the oxpecker all the time. Did you hear that? There we go. Und hallo. You know what? I think that's the same two bulls from the other day. Yeah, that's the one we saw. One with the hole in the ear. Huh? Yeah. Guys, just walk your horses here past me on my other side. Just over here. Over there. Yeah, we're in a totally different area, but those are the same two bulls we had the other day. I don't know whether you all saw that. He's still a bit bushy about our presence. Yeah, it's a young bull thing. It's mostly curiosity. Of course, he's not aggressive, but because he's a young bull with growing testosterone, you want to be a little bit careful. They're usually the most docile creatures on this planet. I think they should be given the Nobel Peace Prize once a year, just automatically. But however, it's a wild animal, and this is a young bull with, as I said, testosterone starting to flow. He starts to establish a territory. He tries to be dominant against another dominant bull, and it might be that he wants to try out what we are made of. Ray is riding Bot today, also one of our top leader horses. I'm still on Dumba, my Shire. The horse Ray was riding the other day when we met the same two bulls was Sammy, one of our old warriors. Interesting that we see the same bulls in a totally different area. I mean, we are, I don't know, what are we, 6-7 kilometers away from Waitrachel, yeah.
Would they stay together or would they break off? at
They,
some
they
point?
will eventually break
Break
up, yeah, yeah.
Is that because they?
Sorry?
How old are these guys?
I'm not so sure, hey, but I think he's like, this one here in the front, I'd give him like 12 years, 14 years. The other one is a little bit smaller, take 1 or 2 years off. But white rhinos are gregarious animals, so these two guys, they found each other and stay together because they feel more comfortable and because they're not fully sexually active and haven't established a territory, they remain friends. Funny trot, huh?
Yeah.
A bit like a Lipizzaner. Almost.
Very elevated. So Philip, if they found females, would they fight between themselves or would they just go off to find a female?
If there would be females that are coming into season, they would be followed by a more dominant bull. And they would
Yeah.
obviously pick that up, but they would lose the fight against the more dominant bull at
Yeah.
this stage.
Yeah.
But the most dominant bull is already fully grown, and they are on the way to be fully grown. So eventually there's going to be a battle over
There's a thing.
those cows, yeah. And mind you, the rhinos don't form a herd, you know, they're just gregarious animals. So you get groups of rhinos that like each other's company, but there's no herd structure per se. You know, these older bulls, they roam on their own
Yeah.
and pick up the scent of cows and, of course, other bulls that they see as intruders in their territory.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right, that was sweet.
Yeah.
Okay. To everyone watching us, I'm just going to switch off again for a couple of minutes, and Ray and I we try to get back to these lion tracks that we just trying to follow. Okay, these two guys have decided to turn around again and investigate us a little bit further. So I think maybe we just chat about them a little bit longer. There's a couple of interesting facts about rhinos. It starts with them being odd-toed ungulates. Look at those. Let's see, let me zoom in. Look at those toes. They've got 3 toes, so they're odd-toed ungulates. Interestingly enough, so are horses. 1 hoof and 3 hoofs is both odd-toed ungulates. They're also hindgut fermenters in the digestive system. That's the same with horses too. One other big difference though is that horses have got incisors in their upper and lower jaw. And these two guys, they look like my granny, they don't have incisors at all. Just molars. So when they smile at you, it looks a bit funny. They've got a surprisingly small tongue also. They're under serious threat from poaching because of the horn that grows on their nose, and this material grows permanently like fingernails. So what we do is we every 18 months to 2 years we cut these horns a little bit short to make them less attractive to poaching. But it grows back. So we have to keep on doing this for time being until we find other solutions to end the poaching of rhinos. It wouldn't surprise me if they lie down in 2 minutes and sleep. If they do that, if they lie down, we just very quietly, without making another noise, we just move away, okay? We don't go back on the road or anything, we just move back into the bush and let them be.
He's seriously considering it right now.
Yeah, this whole investigation was just too it exhausts him too much. Lovely. Okay, Ray, where are the lion tracks? That way? You think so? Hmm?
These tracks are going towards the waterhole.
They were lying here. Some wrinkles of the skin in the sand. Here as well. Look. What a cozy spot.
Yeah, I think we'll pick up on them quite a bit further upstream again.
Yeah, we turn right here. Should find them down in the river.
They didn't go down here. I think they might have gone up to Tenter's and carried on going west.
Yeah, that's when you move towards Greater Dam, but they're not in the area much really. That was in Yala. That was in Yala. Yeah, as you can see here to my left and my right, the Karongo Game Reserve consists of quite dense bush, and that is why we take the liberty to use these old farm tracks a lot. Interestingly enough, the game prefers these old sand roads as well, because it's so much easier for them to walk on, of course. So usually when you follow specific lines, you find their tracks going just along the track because they want to move from one side of the reserve to another. And just as us make use of these tracks. until a good 30 years ago, for about 70, 80 years. In this area they've done a lot of cattle farming, which eventually became unfeasible, and a lot of these old farms were turned back into game reserve areas. Look at this. Beautiful. Yo. Yeah. Right, I think when we go a little bit further and then try to find a way down, I wouldn't be surprised if we, even if we haven't seen tracks up here now, but I wouldn't be surprised if we find them down there.
The breeze is coming from the west, and both of these guys are picking.
Yeah.
something.
Yeah, let's do that. Oh, there we go. Now this is a bit steep. Good boy, fine. Fein machst du das. Yes. Hi, Mona.
Beautiful view today.
Lovely, huh? All right, let's just quickly go up and down a little bit. If there's nothing down here, we go back up and pick up on those tracks over there. Huh? Okay, we picked the line tracks up now. There we go. Wait, just wait. If you see a really nice one, I just want to take a shot. There we go. There's a female. Try to zoom in this. There we go. Yeah. Okay, there we back on track. We actually almost at the same spot where we saw the two white rhino bulls half an hour ago. Yeah, they went through that block behind us.
Females walk there.
Yep.
Big male joining.
sitting down here. Yeah, I don't think that we are that far behind them. They crossed off here.
I think once we follow up on that first drainage line over here.
Yes. Let's do that. There's our friends again. Look over there. Caught up with them. Maybe they're looking for those lions as well. Which of course I don't, but
Catch us back on the road here.
yeah. Let's not annoy these guys too much. We just go around them. Because that's definitely the spot where they want to sleep now. And we just leave them in peace. It looks like they like us too much, eh? Come, leave them alone. They're walking up here. There was a female track just 50 meters behind me, Ray,
Yeah,
but now it's gone.
where we got on the road.
Dear.
I think they might have continued straight west.
Yeah, let's just go to the next junction of 50 meters and then we go down again.
Yeah.
Also, it is now getting 11 o'clock. It's getting a bit warm. So I think we push it for another half an hour. Specifically when it leads us slightly southeast again, because that's our heading home. Now, when there's an opening here, let's poke our nose in here, eh? Yeah, this is our old elephant boomer from 20 years ago that we needed to build to reintroduce elephants again into this area. It's just for 3 days used. But however, any reserve is maintaining these kind of enclosures for quarantine purposes, translocation purposes. And at the moment we are having a small group of wild dogs in here, which we wait for them to acclimatize and then to be released on the reserve, which is very exciting. We had wild dogs before with successful litters on this reserve, but it's 10 years ago. And we just wondered whether the lions came here to pay these wild dogs a visit, and they did. There are the footprints. Not there, but let's go down into the crossing and then downstream.
West, I think.
Hmm?
I think they continued west.
You think so? You can get out here another 50 meters. We just get around these reeds here. Now look at this. These two clowns have been following us all the way. What is it with you? Sweet. There is a track here, but they're not, you know, they were like walking around here, but not really. Come. I still think there must be somewhere here.
Yeah, let's try.
Huh? Okay. Okay. Well, they've been pacing around here for an hour. Clearly, have you got some horse nuts in your pocket or something? They are. They probably think, oh, the whole morning was so boring. So happy to see you. Come on. This is an older kill, coincidentally also a zebra. That's not from what we saw the other day. spread their wings and flew away. Hmm? That was also a zebra, yeah. There's a track here, right?
So they attempted another hunt maybe on this.
I don't know. Because they split up. This was just a single track.
Exactly, yeah.
Let's cut in here. And we slowly have to make when they carry on here they end up at Langkrip and then it's too far. Anyway. Maybe we're lucky. Let's just on a hunch cut back through this in case they went to sleep.
Maybe just want to squeeze up to the dam.
Yeah. There's tracks here. Just keep on going there, Ray. Does it not carry on up there? Does it not carry on up there? Yeah, as it's getting quite warm now, and those tracks were so fresh that we had together with those rhino tracks. We didn't expect these lines to go that far, but is another water hole in front of us. I don't know how much water is in there this time of the year, but we'll give this another try before we head home and try those lines another time. I'm sure the horses want to drink. Oh, he's fat. Yeah, we're just about to give up, but no. We just found another set of tracks and quickly gonna go along this old cut line. Those tracks wasn't that far back, they're gonna be in here. Yeah, no, they disappeared on us. We were pushing it to the limit here with this thicket, although lions actually don't like to be right in the middle of such a thicket. But anyway, we tried. We'll do this another day. Sorry, guys. Okay, just on our way back, we just saw some giraffe. And there's even a baby. We just quickly want to have a look at that. We're not going to stay long because we have to get going. It's 1 o'clock and it's really warm. Horses are getting pretty tired. So impalas chasing each other around. They're still rutting. It's very late actually in the season, but they're still busy doing their thing. Yeah, now they spooked those giraffe. Catch up with them again. Yeah, that little one is not even 3 weeks old. And the bigger one there on the right is probably from 2 years ago. Yeah, usually when they are in bigger groups, and specifically when there's bulls with them, they're not so shy. But they're not really scared of us. They just they've got a different radius in their comfort zone today. So try again to come from this side. Oh well, we leave them alone. Ah, she's curious. Yeah, you won't be able to see that on this video, but I can still with this little one see a little dry stick that was the umbilical cord. And as long as that is still visible, you can guesstimate that that baby is less than 2 weeks old. Because within 2 weeks that umbilical cord will dry off so much that it will definitely break off. See that guy. All right, nice finishing touch to our morning safari. Yeah, I think it was still a great morning. I mean, we had a lovely sighting with those rhinos. Did a lot of exciting line tracking through thick, dense bush. Well, didn't find them in the end though. But tomorrow is another day. See you then. Cheers. Bye, everyone.